Hello from the Travel Tracker. This video will focus on the Configuration tab and the Administration options. The Administration options provide overall settings for the Travel Tracker. The information is already included when your database is set up for the first part of the page. If you need to add additional transportation administrators into your database, giving them full authority in the system, you will use this area labeled Transportation Administrator Usernames. These users will have full access to the Travel Tracker and all data and are not restricted by sites. For each administrator, you need to indicate if they are allowed to edit the configuration and setup tables. We would recommend that only a few users have this access. However, we have provided many fields for transportation administrator users. To add additional transportation administrators, just enter their school email address and then indicate whether they have access to the setup table by clicking yes or no here, and then if they have access to make changes to the configuration, having the Configuration tab by clicking yes or no here. Any individuals who are in this group actually post payments that they receive for trips. This is usually someone in finance. It could be someone in transportation. The person that is listed in this area will have the Finance Department tab. Users who are already transportation administrators don't need to be listed here because they already have full access. Users listed here will not be transportation administrators. Users listed in the Overnight Out-of-State section will have access to the Export tab and the Board Report. This is typically the Superintendent's Administrative Assistant. This is not necessarily the person who will be approving the trips, but it could be the same person. This person who approves overnight or out-of-state trips is listed in the Location setup tables. The person listed here will have access to printing the Board Report and take trips that are going out of state or overnight to the board for approval. Notice that there can be up to 2 users listed here. Again, if you are a transportation administrator, you already have access to the Board Report and you don't need to be listed here too. The username of the person to be notified concerning problems with the vehicle is usually the Transportation Director. This is the person who will receive a notification if there are concerns with the vehicle. The Charter Bus Inspector is the person who will be notified if a charter bus needs to be inspected prior to a trip occurring. If an email address is listed here, this person will automatically receive a reminder that a charter trip is scheduled and needs to be inspected. This notification will be received 3 days prior to the trip leave date. The username of the person to receive driver expiration emails may be someone in transportation who is not a transportation administrator but does manage the driver expirations. This person will receive an email if you are using the Elite version of the Travel Tracker and if you have included the driver tracking feature on your drivers. This person may be a transportation admin and have full authority, but would also like to be notified when the driver's expiration dates are coming up. So if you would like to receive notification of driver's expirations, list the emails here. There can be up to 2. The username of the person to maintain the driver table would be listed here. Again, this would be someone who is not already a transportation administrator. Transportation administrators who have the setup tables authority will be able to manage the driver table. If you would like someone without the transportation administrator full setup tables authority, you can indicate here that person's email and give them only the driver table to maintain. The username of persons to receive notification of rescheduled or canceled trips may be transportation administrators. However, this will set up an automatic notification to those people when a trip request is rescheduled or canceled. The next section provides users with the Reports tab. These users may be end users with no other authority in the system but to submit trip requests, but they also need to have the Reports tab. Most roles include the Reports tab if they aren't end users. These people will be able to have the Reports tab and be able to run the export of all the information in the travel tracker. The table for approval levels is only editable by your implementation specialist or someone at the App Garden. Remember, if you make any changes to your administration options, you need to scroll all the way to the bottom and click the Save button. If you need to make changes to any of the sections that are available only to the App Garden, please contact support.